Well. The target of 8.6K, like we have discussed yesterday, has been reached. But what is next? Let's find out together. Hello Adrian, and welcome back to another episode of the Dang Oracle. It is 7:30 p.m. UTC plus 8, and welcome everybody wherever you are watching around the world. Hi Jews, hi Monko, welcome back once again. Hope you had a very good weekend. Hi Matthias, yes, Hardcore Crew is here. Hi Alvin, hi Jeremy, yep. The crew is definitely back once again on this beautiful Monday, and yeah, we had an amazing morning. Hopefully everybody, hi Nikolai, hi Darren, hi Justus, and I think Nikolai especially must be a very happy panda today, since he was in a short yesterday at 9.2k, and yeah, I hope you held on. And I hope you did close it. And in my green box area, that would have been a perfect play on your short right there. I would think. So let's go on over to what is going on around the world on the COVID situation, shall we? Let's refresh and get our latest numbers. What is going on? And here we are. So the United States are still going up, of course. It's 1.6 million, 350,000 Brazil, Russia, United Kingdom, Spain, Italy, still and still the top 6 over 200k. So not that great. Let's take a look on the COVID global charts. And yeah, we are at 5.4 million cases. Still not really flattening. US is slowing down and showing a little bit of a flattening. Brazil as well. Russia still not. UK still not. Slowing down on Spain and slowing down on Italy. But other than that, still not that great, right? We're still waiting for numbers to actually flatten around the world, but it's not really great. Hi Darway, hi Sendor, hi Anipse. Hi Gita, and no, you haven't missed anything yet, Anipse. When we haven't started anything about Bitcoin just yet, so don't worry, you haven't missed out anything. I just congratulated Nikolai because he is a happy panda. That's all. So yeah. What I wanted to let's talk some news today first, because it's Monday. We always go through some big news around the world first, right? So let's start with the first news, which is in the US. Yes, the US apparently is pulling out of the Open Skies Treaty. The Open Skies Treaty, what is it? It's basically a 35-nation pact that allows unarmed surveillance flights over member countries. And apparently he is basically telling he's pulling out because he's saying that he's accusing Russia of using overflights of American and European territory to identify critical US infrastructure for potential attack in time of war. So yeah, that's not very nice, so not very friendly. So yeah, he pulled out of this treaty, blaming Russia apparently. Hi Lewis, hi Cedric, welcome. Hi Jesse. Good evening, and welcome once again. Everybody seems to be in a good mood, and everybody seems to be happy. Some are happy that Bitcoin went down. Some were sad to see that Bitcoin went down. So yeah, that's life, right? So if you are a trader, you should be happy because we had the price that that price movement, let's put it like that. But if you're not a trader and you are just a hodler or somebody who is just looking on where his investment, that his $1,000 Bitcoin that he bought 5 years ago, seeing it going down, it hurts, of course. It hurts. But still nothing that serious. Okay, so that's for the US. Let's move on to South America. In South America, apparently the global coronavirus case exceeded 5 million, with South America reporting the most infections. So yeah, as you can, we go over every day, right? So every day we see, and now we are of course over 5 million already. And apparently in Latin America, you can see here, they account for 1/3 of 91,000 cases, and a large number of those news cases are coming from Brazil. So Brazil is, yeah, like in the top 6 that we are, right? So the first 41 cases, yeah, so now Brazil or South America is being heavily impacted, and definitely Brazil, because if you are not aware, Brazil, the is it the minister? I don't know what is it, or the president? No, it's a president. Sorry. If any Brazilians are hating on me right now, I'm not aware of your political situation, but apparently you have a president. So the president of Brazil is basically calling the COVID virus a flu, and just a flu, so you don't need to do anything. And he's encouraging people to basically to reopen and so on and so on. So he's more of the standpoint that we should like, you know, the herd mentality, just get it over with, don't care about it. If everybody gets it, the strong will survive, and eventually we will survive to go through it, and everything will be okay. It's better than to shut down the whole economy and then, you know, have the economy crash or whatever it is. So basically that's what is going on in Brazil. So that's one vision. Of course, we can't really say that you know, one vision is the right one vision is the wrong one, because we don't really have that much information just yet about the virus itself, right? So but yeah, that's the situation in Brazil. And of course, because of that, the growth of the infections rate is a lot higher, and becoming a lot higher in those countries like Brazil, of course. So it's quite scary. And I always wanted to go to Brazil, and I always wanted to go to South America. It's actually one of my dreams to be traveling there, but yeah, I don't think in the very near future that I'll be able to do that for now. Anyways, so yeah, let's move on to Europe. And we have an article what my good friend George Soros, my fellow billionaire, you know, we buddies, you know, we buddies. I'm just kidding. So George Soros is saying that the coronavirus is actually threatening the EU survival. So yeah, he said that if the bloc doesn't issue perpetual bonds to support its weaker member states, then we will have a problem. That's basically what he's saying. Especially Italy, of course, and Spain. They are in major the top major countries that have big problems with the COVID situation. So yeah, so he's asking them to do perpetual bonds. And actually, it was Italy, Spain, and France that wanted to do a joint debt issuance, so in the form of a so-called Corona bonds. Yeah, they couldn't be more original with their with their naming. Hi, Vahe, welcome to the show as well. So yeah, Italy, Spain, and France, obviously they want those Corona bonds, and then it's Germany. That is actually a little bit against it, because they're worried that it's not being backed by all the members and so on. But yeah, that's going to be something very interesting if the EU is going to be start to give out some perpetual bonds as well. But yeah, as you can see, big issues as well in the EU. And Soros even said that if they don't do it, then yeah, the EU might crash or break up in even smaller pieces right now. So yeah, hi Tina, welcome back to the show as well. Glad to have you here once again. And it seems like, yeah, most of the people that are here usually come back, so that's a good sign, right? It's like going to a good restaurant, and if people like the food, they come back for more. That's why we deserve a Starbucks today. Okay, we deserve it. Yes, Bitcoin went down. We are all sad. We need to drown our sorrows, and we need a Starbucks to feel better about it. So yeah, very interesting situation right there as well in the in Europe, because actually perpetual bonds would be something that's very, very interesting. Let's move on. And apparently to Africa. And apparently in South Africa, the Trade and Industry Committee has briefed on the plans to reopen the economy. So in Africa, they are starting to do the same thing, starting to reopen the economy and starting to say, you know, it's time to unlock things. So yeah, once again, their numbers have not flattened as well in South Africa, and although the World Health Organization and other organizations are telling them, like, you know, maybe wait it out a little bit, but no, they need, or they want to be updating and opening now, because the economy is obviously very, very bad right now, right? JG, no, F you, Food Panda, F you. And you know what? I ordered through GrabFood and my pizza got delivered, okay? So F you, Food Panda. I'm still waiting for my refund as well. They said it takes 5 to 7 work days. And if I don't get it in 5 to 7 work days, I'm going to send them another email and complain, or send them a message through the app to the live chat and complain, because I'll become a hater, like so many people that are hating on me as well, apparently, but you said Bitcoin is gonna go to 20,000. You are a liar. I hate you. You know, those kind of people. Well, I'm gonna be that kind of people to Food Panda if I'm not getting my refund. And if so, yeah. But yeah, GrabFood delivered my pizza perfectly. No issues at all. So, yay for GrabFood. Boo, Food Panda. Okay. Oh shit, did I do some promotions here? Okay, well, I have to retract all of that. Let's beep it out. I like you, Food Panda. I like you. Just please give me my refund. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Aldrich. Welcome as well. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and the next one is back to the 90s for oil. So some good news for oil, actually. So apparently in the Middle East, the OPEC countries have agreed. So Saudi Arabia and Kuwait have agreed to reduce the supply by 1 million barrels per day. So that's really good news for the oil producers, because yeah, less supply will hopefully increase the price back to some sort of balance, because right now the situation is very bad for oil, of course, because the oil price right now is still under production price, and it's mainly because of the trading action, right? The trading action. T fuel pump, is it all season already? Well, we'll go over alt season in a while, and you'll be very, very sad, very, very disappointed. I'm telling you right now already, because this is not the channel. If you love altcoins and you come here and you ask me about altcoins, this is not the channel. This is definitely not the channel. So yeah, if you want to know more about the history of oil, I did make a pretty long video about oil. The title is called Free Oil or something like that. So take a look about that if you're interested about it in the videos section. And yeah, so yeah, right now we're waiting for the effect, but yeah, most likely because of that, the price of course of oil went up a little bit already, right? So yeah, that is the whole overview of news for now. For this week, for this Monday, let's put it like that. So because Aldrich is so enthusiastic about altcoins, let's go into altcoins. Yes, look at this. Everybody was talking about it. OMG, oh my god, Omisigo everybody was saying, wow, look at this. It went from what's that, 8,000 Satoshi all the way to 24,000 satoshis. That's like a 300% pump, guys. 300% pump. Why? Well, it got listed on Coinbase. That's basically the only reason why. Did it had any more functionality? Did it had any more better fundamentals? Did it had some development? No, it just got listed on a bigger exchange. That's basically what it is. But even though it's a 300% pump, let's zoom out, shall we? Let's go on a weekly chart. So let's zoom out on the weekly chart. And what do we see on the weekly chart? This is the weekly chart, guys. Yes. Did it make a higher high? No, it did not make a higher high. Is it still a major downtrend? It is still a major downtrend. So yeah, that's what I mean about altcoins. Yeah, once a while you'll get like this insane pump, and if you are in it, of course you'll be happy. But we have to think about a little bit over long term. Sure, if you were in a day trade, great, go ahead, you know, make that money. I'm happy for you. But most of the people who are buying altcoins, they are just holding it and just thinking like, well, in 3 or 4 years, this altcoin is gonna make me rich. This is gonna make me rich. But yeah, do I think this is going to be keep on pumping up? No. Like, look at this chart, guys. Look at this chart. Look at this chart. Are you really telling me that it's bullish? It's not bullish, guys. It's not bullish. Okay. So yeah, that's what I mean. If you are looking at some altcoins, please do zoom out, or it depends, right? If you're in it for short trades, for, you know, like very small time trades, sure, go ahead, do it. But I already don't have the time to be putting my my efforts into that. And yeah, sure, if you are lucky, after how long? Let's say since 2018. Yeah, end of 2018. So you waited a year, and it went 300% up, and still it did not make a higher high in comparison with April here. So are you happy? Are you happy, guys? Are you happy? I mean, all these shit coins. Really. What about ICX? ICX is probably the same thing. Let's take a look at ICX. If you are so into ICX, look at ICX. Let's take a look at ICX. Oh, well, that's on the Bittrex. Sorry. Let's ICX on. Let's take it on a bigger exchange, maybe on what's that? Binance. Let's see. Wow, amazing! What an amazing chart! This is great. Go for it. It can't go lower, bro. It can't go lower. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. And yeah, like I said, look, if you bought it somewhere in April and you held it on all the time for in 2019, after a year, yes, it went up like I mean, to close to 150%, but it still did not make a higher high in comparison with last year. I'm sorry, but really, like, really, do you really care? Like, I don't know, but this doesn't look like a good chart to me. This does not look like a good chart to me. Okay, look at this. So yeah, I mean, we can go over every shitcoin that there is in the world. You know, I'm not. Do I have some shitcoins in my portfolio? Yes, I do. Right, I do have some shitcoins, but it's like so minimal. It's like, you know, less than 5% of my total portfolio. Like less than 5%. And do I even look at them? No, I don't even look at them. I don't look at them. Like, I'm like, well, it's a gamble, right? And that's how I look at it. It's like a lottery ticket that I bought. It's there. I forgot about it. And I thought, because every time it's the same, right? We have a small pump and then it dies. We have a small pump, everybody excited, and it dies. We have a small pump and then it dies. We have a small pump and then it dies. Then, you know, good luck, man. Good luck. Whatever. Good luck. Yes, Laxman. I hope you'll be. I hope you have really good altcoins, and I hope it will be good in the next 4 to 5 years. But all I'm saying right now is, if you ask me, is this the bottom for altcoins? I don't think it's the bottom for altcoins. I mean, not every altcoin, but can I get a better entry position? Yeah, most likely you will. With this type of charts, yes, most likely you will have a better entry position if you haven't bought any altcoins just yet, right? But yeah, look at this. Even if you bought here, I'm still doubtful that you'll be making profit over the next couple of years. But we'll see. I'm not, like I said, if you're looking for happiness about altcoins on my channel, sorry, I'm just gonna give it directly to you. Yeah, it's most likely not gonna work out. Altcoins is like any startup, like 99% of startups, or it's less, I'm just exaggerating, but close to all startups fail. So that's just how the world works, right? How about XRP? Oh, of course, XRP is our favorite. That's our favorite. Let's take a look on Bitstamp, of course. Amazing chart, this XRP. See, as you can see, amazing chart. Perfect. It's just a pullback, bro. It's just a pullback. Yeah, it's just a pullback. Can't go lower, bro. Can't go lower. Well, apparently it can. It can go lower. It's even now, it's still below all moving averages. Look at this. It's still below all moving averages. So yeah, it's at all-time low. It's at an all-time low. Can it go lower? Yeah, most likely. Will it go lower? Yes, most likely. So yeah. Anyways, XRP. Good luck. Anyways, let's go back to something where we are at more interested in, and that is, of course, Bitcoin. Let's go back into Bitcoin. So where did we left off yesterday? Well, yesterday we were talking about most likely another leg down towards our 8.6K. We gave a lot of reasoning for that. The week of theory, rising wedge here. What was it that? Yeah, anything about it. Yes, Laxman. Right now we are in a downtrend. That's for sure. But like I said, if you are in it for 4 to 5 years, the probability that something that already has a lot of market cap or liquidity has a higher chance to survive than a coin that has a very low market cap, right? So it's the same as like a big company, right? The chances that, for example, a company like Amazon or Apple is going to go completely broke, is it's a lot lower than some really small company, like some shoe shop that is next door or some hair salon that is next door. And that's what an altcoin is, right? Because the liquidity is so small and the market cap is so small. So that's the difference, right? Although we are technically still in a weekly downtrend on Bitcoin. That is correct, Laxman. But that's the difference, right? It's better to put your money in something that has higher liquidity, just for the probability and the safety that something doesn't go to zero. That's all. That's the only thing. But and also the profitability over the years has been higher on Bitcoin than on most altcoins. Not all of them. Some altcoins have a better result than Bitcoin. Not all of them are horrible or anything like that. I'm just not a fan of them, and I won't put a lot of money in them because there's low liquidity. As a trader, I want high liquidity. I want to be able to close or open up my positions. So I hope that gives you my opinion about Bitcoin versus altcoins. But like I said, I'm not here to offend all altcoins. That's just my personal opinion. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, right? I'm just saying I'm not holding much of altcoins because for me that's just a very too high risk, and the I know a TA perspective, the charts are not looking good at all in BTC pairing. So, and definitely now that the Bitcoin dominance is going up, altcoins are going to get raped even more. So yeah. Anyways, back to my Bitcoin. So yesterday, what did we talk about? Well, we talked about the 8.6K or this green box here, that was being my support level, right? So as you can see, yeah, there's there's very little that I can say. Sometimes the channel is called the dang oracle. Sometimes the oracle is an oracle. Doesn't mean that it can't be wrong. It will be wrong all the time. But yeah, it's always down here. It's where it went, into that magical green box, and that's the power of being able to put up nice support levels and resistance zones, and once you start doing that more, you'll immediately have a better feel of like, wow, price actually does bounce off or bounce up towards these particular zones or something like that, and that's just a matter of practice. Michael, yeah, I do have some charts posted on TradingView. You can follow me at There Are No Walls. Wait, let me show you. Where's my where can I see it? 1 second. 1 second. I'll open it up for you. Yeah, here. So this is my my TradingView where I post, but I don't really post that many ideas. As you can see, only 5 ideas so far. I'm not really I'm just posting it very, very little, right? So, but yeah, now you know that I'm there as well. Ouch, Laxman, ouch. I hope ICX does well for you. I really hope so. I mean, who knows? I can be completely wrong, right? I can be really, really wrong. Yeah, There Are No Walls. I thought that was a really cool nickname, and then if you see on the picture of my nickname, it shows the Chinese wall, right? So it's a wordplay. There are no walls, the Chinese wall. Yeah. Okay, it's supposed to be funny, but I guess it's not that funny. But it was funny for me when I created it, okay? And okay, it's been a while ago, okay, right. So yeah, yes, John. So yeah, I am in a long right now. At this point here at my red line, as you can see here, I am in a long right now, because this is a support zone, but doesn't mean that it cannot break. No, but my risk is very well defined, like I also explained yesterday. If you can see here, we have these two beautiful wicks here. So those are what I will be using as a not a stop loss, but as well as a reversal towards the short. So if price would be crashing this green box and spike below this these two, it's the same area, right? So it's around, what is it, 8,518 or something like that, 8,520 or something like that. If it would break down below that price, then I'm just switching over into a short, because most likely we'll be entering this next green box on the bottom here. So that's basically how trading works. But yeah, I'm currently sorry. How do you know it's a fake breakthrough or a real breakthrough? Well, then you have to be sorry. Oh, then you have to be using the other indicators, right? So I'll give you my opinion why I'm still thinking that we are at least making a dead cat bounce or whatever bounce that there is. So yeah, but anyways, we are here. I am in a long at like almost the perfect price, 8,630 or something like that. What was it, the red line? Can I see? 8,625. So yeah, 8,625. I have a very beautiful long position there. I'm very happy with it. Where do I expect that things to go? Well, like I said, usually what happens is whenever we break down from some structure, it's not Gatorade. Today we are on Starbucks. So what happens when we break down from some sort of structure like a rising wedge or something like that? Usually what happens is price goes up and retests that where we broke down from. Well, it's not gonna always going to be all the way toward that position, but usually what does happen is we at least retest the yellow line or the EMA 21. So right now the EMA 21 is at 9,050, and as you can see here, it's also starting to cross the moving averages 21 or the blue line. So I do expect that price slowly will be heading back towards that area right there. Are we able to break it? Then of course we'll go up higher, and we'll go over that analysis for a while in a while. So a couple things that I wanted to talk to you guys about is, of course, if this okay, I'll remove this this rising wedge first, because this rising wedge is basically what happens, and we entered perfectly here. So if you are a bull, what are we looking at? Okay, let's put it on a bull chart here. If we are a bull, then what are we looking at is some sort of a triangle structure here, where we basically made a higher low, right? Higher low. Oopsie. Let's make it a little bit prettier here. So yeah, so if you are a bull, okay, Laxman. Thanks, but no thanks. Anyways, so if you are a bull, this is what you're looking at, because basically, technically, in a technical perspective, we did make a higher low. So what are we looking at is something like this, where we make an A, B, C, D structure like this, something like this, and then E, and then we moon, right? That's what the bulls are looking at. And as you can see, it's definitely still possible. But then where do we know that we have the opportunity to be breaking up? Well, of course, once we start closing above that critical area, once again, make a higher high of this area here, right? So once, if price manages to break up over this price and close some candles above it, then of course we can look at least a bounce up towards this 9.5K area once again. So that's what the bulls are looking at. If you are a bear, what are you looking at? Well, if you are a bear, you are looking this as like some sort of descending wedge, right? So this is our support line, and then this is like a descending wedge like here. So what are we looking at? We do this, and then we make maybe another bounce like this, and then we go down here. But either way, as you have seen in both of the drawings that I've seen, I still do expect us to have at least a bounce. Doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that we have to go all the way here, right? That doesn't matter. What can happen is just, we do this and then we break down here. So it's the same result, right? But in terms of a pattern, that's what the bears are looking at. So the bears are looking at forming a descending wedge, and the bulls are trying to make higher lows to be forming a triangle, right? You are in a long at 8,963. 8,963. That's not. That's a tough position. That's a very tough position. It's a very tough position. I can't really answer that question because, I cannot. I'm not a financial advisor, so this is. Don't take me the wrong. What I can do is ask you the following question, Laxman. So you entered the position long at 8,963. What was your reasoning behind it? Why did you enter at that price? What was your plan? Where were you planning to exit? Where were you planning to stop loss? Where did you? Your whole master plan basically. Because if you've been following me, I always have a master plan, and it's the same as before going to war, and that's why weekends are amazing, because usually nothing much happens during the weekend, and then you can be formulating a plan. And that's what I did yesterday. If you've watched the show yesterday, what my plan was, and the plan is still the same. The plan was just to wait for one of those two things to happen, and to be pushing long or short whenever something different happens, right? But a lot of people just trade with good intentions, like, okay, I expect price to go up, but what if the price doesn't go up? It's more that reasoning behind it that makes a trader a successful trader or not. If you have a plan, you must have a plan. If things go wrong, that you still are able to profit, right? Or at least minimize your loss. Right? That's basically what you should be doing. So yeah, for me, I'm in a long right now from this area here, 8625. What is my plan? Well, my plan is to at least wait here, because I do think that most likely we'll be heading towards somewhere near the 9K area once again at the minimum, because usually that's what usually happens, right? When we crash down, as you can see here, we crash down, and then what happens? Price bounces up around the EMA 21, and then we crash back down here, and then what happens is when we are in the support zone, we go back up to around the 9K area or the EMA 21 once again. And I have already explained why this is a major support zone. Well, if you can look at here, you can see here major order block here, major order block here, and here we're forming another order block once again on that support zone. The biggest issue right now is actually, if you are a bull right now, is that there is no bullish divergence just yet. Right, so if we go to a shorter time frame on 4 hours, we can see here pretty clearly, if we see a line, we can see clearly here there is no bullish divergence. So the problem is, even though here price made a lower low, RSI also made a lower low, so no bullish divergence so far. So for me, that's not a very good sign. Do I think that we will still make a bounce? Yeah, most likely we'll still make a bounce, but do I think that we can go a little bit lower first? It's very possible, because like I said, I'm still waiting for some bullish divergence, and it's not happening right now. So what can happen is we spike one more time below here towards 8.6 or something like that, a little bit lower than before, and hopefully RSI is not making making a lower high, so we get some sort of bullish divergence. But yeah, right now it's not happening, right? It's not happening. So yeah, but like I said, if it doesn't happen, then I have my plan already to be entering a short once again, to switch over into a short, right? Because I do expect price most likely is going to be going down to this green box here, if in case this green box doesn't hold, right? So but yeah, right now things are not looking that great, right? If we look once again, go back to our daily chart, obviously now we crashed majorly below our yellow line or the EMA 21, but not only that, we actually made a fully bullish engulfing candle that is very bearish in comparison with the previous candles, right? So in the macro perspective, we also are fully aware that this can be our double top, and yeah, no, those are not very bullish patterns. And if you've watched the video yesterday, we've talked about it. The 3-day Stokes are not great at all, right? Okay, let's go back to our weekly chart here. This is how the weekly charts currently looks. Like I said, it's still not problematic. What I said is we still should be, if the price keeps hanging on and going sideways or not too much down, we still are forming some sort of a bullish pattern, and we can still break up here. So that is not really the biggest issue just yet. But this candle is definitely not a candle that you want to see. It is a bearish engulfing candle in previous daily candle. That's not a good candle. So even though I do expect a small upwards trend here, most likely we'll be heading down one more leg down towards the around the 8K level. That's what I'm expecting for the next coming few days, actually, or maybe next week or something like that. Because like I said, there's still no bullish divergence, so maybe we'll have something like this, where we get oops, sorry, where we get 3 drives down before we get some bullish divergence, right? Something like this. So 3 drives down before we get bullish divergence. That's very, very possible, but we can't really bank on it until something happens, right? So for now, I'm still thinking that we will make a small bounce, although we might swipe this 8 point or this green box one more time, because yeah, no bullish divergence. But I do believe that we'll most likely be holding this green box. Hi Ola Dukun, still going down. Well, depends on what time frame. Like I said, I do think that we will have a small bounce, but overall, the overall picture most likely will have more downward trend. Yes, that's for now the highest probability. Let's put it like that. So let's go over to some indicators on the short-term view to see how we can see if the price is actually going to go up, yes or no, on the short term. And here we go. So let's take a look at our Stokes. It depends, John. Man, it depends on what time frame you're looking at. Like, once again, you can't just like say, is it right or wrong to be longing or at a certain position. I mean, it's not that simple. You need to have, like I said, you need to have a full plan. Like, okay, I'm longing there for this particular reason. I think this, and this. But if it doesn't work out, what am I going to do? You know, to save myself, you know, or minimize my risk or anything like that. Can't just like say like, oh yeah, is it right to long on 7.4k? Well, it's probably right. It's probably right, but yeah, it's too far away for me. I'm a day trader, so it's too far away for me. I just think about one green box at the next green box, which is usually around $300-400 in between. So yeah, that's where I make my money. Anyways, so the Stokes are on the 4 hours are starting to curl over, and we are at a major, like I have drawn here some support zone here. So although it can go a little bit lower, I do think that in the near short term, most likely will be curling over and we will have a bounce upwards. So that's one of the reasons. And then let's take a look at the RSI. So RSI is obviously below the EMA right now, but we spiked here very, very low at 26. So yeah, it can always revisit that area, but it's really already at the bottom. So can it go much lower immediately? I don't think so, because you know it doesn't really have the power or strength to be doing that. And also, like I said, we are forming some sort of like a falling channel, and usually that breaks upwards, right? Something like this, I guess. Yeah, something like this. So yeah, most likely probabilities are more higher that we're gonna at least go up at least towards this area around here, something like this, right? Doesn't mean that that we will break up. It can, but at least we can go back to that area a little bit up here. And when do we cross the RSI on the 4 hour charts? Yeah, at 8,800. So yeah, that makes sense as well, right? 8,800 for a little bounce up towards the 9k area or something like that, near the EMA 21, and that's what I expect price to be going up towards to, somewhere around there. So yeah, everything is very low. Like I said, almost indicators are showing that we have some sort of as you can see here, we bottomed on some sort of like divergence slope that is going back up in the very short term. Doesn't mean that that it's going to happen immediately. No, not it doesn't have to happen immediately, but I don't think there's enough strength for now to push the price even lower right now at this moment and in this time. Let's put it like that, because like I said, it's still a major supported zone here. So Bears will need more than just a little bit more momentum before they can break that zone, I feel. So yeah, it can happen. It can happen. But yeah, for now, I still think that we'll have a pullback at least towards the EMA 21, somewhere around the, what is it right now, 9,040. So around the 9K area, something like that, 9K area. So let's take a look at the expected moves charts, because the 12-hour candle also just closed. Expected move charts, what are you saying? Expected move chart right now, the first standard deviation to the upside is 8,893, and the first standard deviation on the bottom side is 8,600. So yeah, it means basically very much sideways and not that much interesting. So that's basically telling me most likely we won't be breaking that 8.6K or that green box. But also, we are most likely not going up towards that green box to the upper side today or tomorrow, for that matter. So that's what the expected move chart is telling us. Let's take a look at the Stokes. Stokes on the 12-hour chart are still curling down, but yeah, we are there, you know, like at the very low once again, right? So at the very low, so I do expect it to curl back up, and then here the MACD is also starting to tick. Almost to the positive side. It's not there yet, but it's starting to tick to the upper side as well. And then let's take a look at the RSI. RSI is very low right now on the 12-hour chart. As you can see, it's only at 37. It will cross up if we break the 8,969 area. So yeah, like I said, everything is like super low, very, you know. So in the short term, most likely we will have at least a small bounce, at least back to like 9K area, and then, you know, if we manage to break that, then we can think on higher boxes, because what happens is now this green box, since that we broke it, this green box is going to become resistance, right? So there's, in the very short term, it's quite easy to see. So what am I expecting? Well, a retest here towards this, around this yellow line. Do we close some candles above this yellow line, then we have this green box to be breaking towards this green line once again, or the EMA 55. If we manage to close above this green box, then 9.5K is above for the next target for breaking or reversal. Let's put it like that. So yeah. So overall, I'm just waiting for this conclusion. If we manage, we have to manage to break this green box here. If we don't manage to break this green box, then yeah, I do believe that we'll most likely head down lower towards our 8K range. 8,050-ish, something like that, 8,050, 8,100 area. That's most likely what we are going down towards too. All right. So, is there anything else that I wanted to show you guys? Yeah, of course, on the daily chart. Let's go over the indicators on the daily chart. On the daily, the Stokes are still down, but like this support trend line that I've drawn, as you can see, we are touching it right now, so kind of expect it to cross back up as well. And then let's take a look at the RSI on the daily. RSI is also very low right now, but yeah, once again we can clearly see some pattern here. We can draw it here, some sort of like a falling wedge. Here, some sort of falling wedge that we can draw. So most likely it will either go back and then down a little bit more and then up, or it can of course immediately break up from here, right? So yeah, and RSI is going to cross up on the EMA at 9,320, which makes sense, right? Because if we cross up 9,300, that green box, then we're going to near 9,500 or something like that. But yeah, like I said, we're seeing some patterns that we are most likely near or very close to at least a small bounce, right, in the short term. Is it going to be enough? Well, we'll find out, right? But right now that's what's showing us. Most likely we'll have a short-term bounce towards the 9K area. That's what I'm expecting at least, and that's where I will just close my long position and analyze things. It depends. What's going to be changing my mind to be not fully closing my position is, of course, if we manage to be breaking that yellow line, yes or no, right? If we see a giant green candle and it breaks immediately above it with full strength and this and that, then I'm not going to be closing my long fully. I'll just take profits, maybe like 50 or 60%, and I'll just let 40% roll on, and then put a stop loss somewhere around here, for example, the previous high, right? If price gets rejected and go back down, then once again I'll be in a win-win situation, right? I'll just make less profits because my entry position is just around here, right? Entry position around here, so I can't lose. That's what I love about my position right now. Can't lose, right? If price goes to the EMA 21, if it doesn't, then of course I'll be losing money, right? But then I'll try to make up with it by shorting if the price goes down below my two indicators here, right? Below this this point here and this point here. That's right. That's it. So yeah, that's the master plan, right? That's the master plan. What did I wanted to show? Also, oh yeah, very important indicator. The hash ribbons. Something that we've spoken about before already. The hash ribbons is currently showing a capitulation. That's not good. That's very bearish. So capitulation phase right now. Like I said, if price is around this area, the S15 miners are in trouble. I've shown that average cost chart I think yesterday as well. Yeah, capitulation, and when miners are capitulating, price is going to get dumped. So that's one of the reasons why I do believe that the probability right now is actually more towards the downside than the upside, of course. But does that mean that we won't get any small bounces? Of course we will, right? Of course we will. So yeah, I still think that we'll have a small bounce for all of those reasons that we've just went through all together, right? Is there anything else? Oh yeah, look at this S&P. we thought that we had a triple top, but what happens? Yes, we broke it, and then we are actually going towards, like I said, my 3000 my 3000 area or something like that here. That I've put. That's the danger zone, right? So yeah, we're nearing the 3000 for the S&P 500, and that's actually the bullish sign, because if S&P and if Nasdaq and all of those stocks are going up, most likely Bitcoin is going to be going up as well, right? So, you know, that's, even though we have a lot of bearish indicators right now, but if S&P and Nasdaq go up, Bitcoin is going to follow. No, Cedric. I know a lot of people keep asking me the same question. There is still a lot of correlation between the S&P and Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean that one day Bitcoin is not going up. That you have to look at it on a macro scale, right? That's what correlation is all about. Correlation is this V-shaped recovery, and if you look at Bitcoin, we have exactly the same thing, a V-shaped recovery, right? See, this is the V-shaped recovery, V-shape, and then we look at the S&P, and it is the same thing, a V-shaped correction, right? So that's how you look at the correlation. Okay, so we have a V-shape. Now, if S&P and Stokes, Nasdaq and so on keep pumping, and keep making higher highs, then if this goes back to like this zone or something like that, then I like I said, on the it sounds weird. It still sounds weird, right? We are in a weekly downtrend. I agree with that, but all moving averages are still, price is still above all moving averages on the weekly. So there's nothing, on the technical aspect, there's nothing bearish about that, right? But yeah, we are in a pullback, and if S&P and Nasdaq keeps going up and makes higher highs, I think we'll go back to 10.5k or even 11.5k. That's where for me, that's where the danger zone is for Bitcoin for me. Like I just have a feeling that we might spike up all the way to like 11.5k, fill that CME gap that has been there for a really long time, and then crash and burn from there. That's kind of what I am expecting or thinking, but yeah, who knows, right? I don't want to be talking about those things because it's still far away and far off. We just take it day by day, and also we just make our money on a day-to-day basis, right? So I mean, not every day, but most days most days we make some money, and yeah, right now that's it. I think that's it, what I have for today. Maybe let's make a short recap on what I'm expecting. Well, what I'm expecting is most likely a small bounce back from here, back to somewhere around the EMA 21 or the yellow moving average on the 4-hour, which is around the 9k-ish, 9k, 9.1k. If we are lucky, we'll most likely be trying to be retesting this green box here around the 9150 or something like that. If we break it, then very good. We most likely will be heading towards 9.5k. We will be reassessing things at 9.5k. I don't think it will immediately be breaking up towards that zone anyway. So let's see what happens there. But more probability is this green box here. Things gets dicey when we get this this here, but let's see how far we can get. I still think that we most likely will get a small bounce up. Doesn't mean that in the very short term that we cannot retest this green box once again. Like I said, there's no bullish divergence, so that kind of worries me a little bit, but yeah, still pretty confident that we will make it up at least towards the 9k area. If we don't get up there and we break the these two candles here, if price goes down below this green box and breaks this green candle here at like 8525 or something like that, I'll be entering short, because most likely we'll be heading towards this green box here around the 8050 8100 area, something like that. So yeah, that's the master plan. That's the whole plan for the next coming couple of days that I have. We are in a position right now, yes, we are in a long from like 8625, something like that. The plan is to go towards 9k-ish for the EMA 21, reanalyze, maybe close my full position there, maybe close only like half of it, or maybe like 60-70% of it, and let it roll the 30%. It all depends on how the candles are forming and how much momentum and other indicators are forming. But for now, that's the plan. I still think that we'll, maybe not today, because let's take a look at the HVP. HVP is still expanding. Yeah, it's still expanding, so I don't think much will happen today, to be honest. Maybe tomorrow. I still think that we will just be ranging around this area for today, and then tomorrow form some sort of like a triangle or something like that, and then make a little bounce tomorrow. That's what I'm expecting. So I don't think there will be much action anymore today, to be honest. The bears are out of ammo, and the bulls are like in shock. Why did price go down? That's basically what is going on right now, and a lot of people will be like confused. But people said that the halving would make me rich. The Bitcoin halving. That's why I bought my Bitcoin at $10,000. Bitcoin halving. Yes, Bitcoin halving. Sorry, dudes. Sorry. Bitcoin halving killed your dreams. This is Bitcoin halving price. It killed your dreams. I bought at 9,500. Now I lost in 2 days. Not in 2 days. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks I lost. It went down $1,000. How can it be? I am so bearish. Fuck you, Bitcoin. I'll sell you right now. That's basically how you should not be. Okay, don't be those kind of people. Educate yourself, work hard, train yourself, and make sure you're not you don't have that mindset, right? A lot of people, you have to understand one thing, right? Having talent is something that is very important, sure, but having the right mindset and the right work ethics is at least as important, right? I always compare it with like a team sport. Yeah, if you look at football or basketball, you have these crazy people, right? You have Michael Jordans, you have LeBron James. In football, you have Ronaldo's, you have Messi's. Sure, you have all of these crazy talented people, right? But you can also be a very hardworking person, and even though you are the sixth man on the team, you are the 14th man on the football team. If you work hard and you're still part of that great team, even though you're not a key member or key player, trust me, those people still make a shitload of money, right? If you manage to get there, you still make a shitload of money, and that's basically what trading is all about, right? Trading, you have millions and millions and millions of people trading, and it's a zero-sum game, so it's a very rough game, right? You have winners and you have losers, but if you are an insanely good trader, of course you're going to make a shitload of money. But don't look at yourself as that kind of person. If you are a hard-working person and you are just maybe in the top 1,000 or the top 5,000, and you make enough or a substantial amount of money, that's fine. That's good. That's good enough. Just be happy. Just be happy. If you, it's still a lot of money, right? That's basically what I'm saying. And you don't get there by, just snapping your fingers, and just just lazy around. You have to put in a lot of work and a lot of effort every day. Grind it out. Work hard, read on stuff, keep improving yourself, keep pushing yourself, keep looking in the mirror. I think that's also very important. Always be honest towards yourself so that you can improve. Because if you're not honest, if you keep lying to everybody and lying to yourself, then you won't have any progress as well, right? Because you'll just start believing into your own lies as well, right? So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. You should keep working hard. Keep working hard. Like I said, a lot of people kind of see what the result is of what I'm doing, but they don't see that I'm sitting in front of my computer like 12 to 14 hours a day, right? That's not what people see. What most people only see is like, wow, if you made this today or something like that in a trade or something like that. Yeah, that's cool, but that's not what the whole purpose is, or what the mentality or the mindset you have to be. Okay, so stay positive, guys. Stay positive, and like I said, that's what's cool about having this channel. Just enjoying yourself, enjoying learning together, enjoy asking questions, enjoy doing stuff together. And sometimes we fail, a lot of times we will fail, but like I said, making mistakes is okay, making the same mistakes is not okay. Okay, so keep that in mind, and I hope to see you again once again tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. UTC +8. And as always, please stay safe, stay home, and of course stay COVID free.